Hi. Okay, everybody, welcome. We're recording this for anyone who wants to listen in later. So if you're listening to this later, just bear with us because it's nighttime and we're all just kind of crazy, and that's okay. So I'm just going to introduce myself, and then everybody else who's on here is going to introduce themselves. And let's just say your name and how you pronounce it if it's tricky, because mine is tricky, and that's like the bane of my existence. So your name, how you pronounce it, where you're from. Let's see. Let's say what fitness program you're doing. So like, whatever fitness program you chose to start with or that you ended up liking the most. And just tell us like something unique about you, something most people wouldn't know. Okay, so my name is Danae. That's how you say it. I am from Arizona. I grew up mostly in Gilbert, Arizona, and I currently live in Mesa. Right now I'm doing Sean Week, and then I'm bumping back into Insanity Max 30, which I'm super excited about because I have been loving his workouts. I was super scared to do Insanity for a really long time, and I just started to try it this month, and I'm actually surprised. It's not as bad as I thought. I think I psyched myself up so much that I was expecting it to be like living hell, and it's not. So that's what I'm doing right now. And something interesting about me. Well, I cut my hair recently, like super short. It's a little different, but that's really not that super interesting. I've broken my arm twice. This is my left arm. I've broken this arm twice, and I have a giant scar that I talked about yesterday on my Facebook. It's lovely. That's not actually from the break. That's actually from somebody cutting the cast off. And of course, my camera sucks. You can kind of see it. But it was like a friction burn. So, yeah, that's something interesting about me. So, I'm just going to go down the list of who joined first. Ashley, it looks like you are up.
Okay, and I'm unmuted. Awesome. I'm Ashley. I live in Salt Lake right now. I just started doing Sean Week, and then I'm doing 21 Day Fix again because I like that one so much. And I hate the question, what's so unique about you? You guys, I'm so boring. I have no idea. You always like go with broken bones, so I guess I'll throw mine in. I had bilateral tibial torsions when I was in 6th grade, so I had both my legs broken for me.
What?
And I was 2 casts in a wheelchair. Yeah, for like a couple months. It was crazy. So that's kind of unique. That's kind of different. Not everybody has that. But I've never like broken a bone myself. So that's kind of
Okay, you have
interesting.
to explain that more. Why did they have to break your legs?
So I used to play comp soccer and my knees would hurt so bad. And my feet were turned out like really, really bad. So it was putting pressure on my knees. So they went in and broke the bone, twisted it, and then pinned it. So now my feet are like straight.
Okay.
Yeah. It's scary.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
No, it wasn't, but it's over. So but yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
all.
good. Well, nice to meet you. One day we'll actually have to meet in person because I have lots of family in the Utah area.
Yes,
Um, okay, I'm going to unmute Mallory next. Okay, Mallory, you're good.
Hi, it is pronounced Mallory. It's spelled very unique.
I know, I love it.
No, everybody either calls me Malaria or Malari. So I'm like, my mom wasn't that mean to name me Malaria, but that's okay. So I like the 21 Day Fix program and PIO. I'm trying to get into Insanity right now. It's actually something I want to do tonight. Let's see. I'm from Gilbert, went to Highland High School, actually live right across the street from the high school I went to, so I didn't really move far. And let's see, last thing was unique, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I don't kind of have anything great going on because I'm just a mom at home. That's pretty much what I do. Since you guys are talking about broken bones, I guess I'll bring that up. This is when me and my husband were dating. We went to Hawaii for a week, and it was our first night, and I tripped in the middle of the night and hit the wheel on the suitcase and broke my toe. And our whole trip was all hiking. So I managed to hike the entire time with a broken toe, which was so painful, but it was so worth it.
Oh yeah, I bet. That
So
would suck.
yeah, and I keep breaking that toe, actually. I've broken that toe. It seems like I hit it on everything. So, and I know normally it's supposed to be hard to break it again, but I managed to break it a lot. So that's something unique, I guess.
Oh, and you have 4 kids, and you're like super mom.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, kids are crazy and fun, and we love them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, awesome. Mallory, you actually went to the high school that was rivals with my high school. I went to Gilbert.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So yes, we were rivals. That's true.
What year did you graduate?
04.
Okay, so I was 2010, so I'm a little bit younger, but
Yes,
that's okay. That's okay. All right. Okay, Lacey. You're good.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I'm Lacey Hansen, and this is my first time doing beach body anything. So it's just I'm on my second week now, and I'm loving it. I'm having a lot of fun, and I really like the Shakeology. And the program I'm doing right now is just the 21-day fix. And I'm not a huge fan of like doing repetitious workouts like that, so I'm having a hard time, but I'm sticking with it and trying to push through. So I think I'm more into like the dancing sort of workouts and things like that. But anyways, I live in Alaska with my husband. He's from here, and I'm a mom. I have one little boy who is 15 months old, and trying to think of what else I'm supposed to be saying.
Something unique about you. You do live in Alaska. That's pretty unique.
Yeah. Yes, I do love it up here. It's very beautiful. I don't know. I'm a LuLaRoe consultant, so that's kind of fun. I like selling LuLaRoe and doing that. And I speak Spanish. That's kind of unique.
Wow.
So that's me.
Oh, wait. I knew that. Didn't you say you went to, was it Bolivia on your mission?
Yeah,
I
served in LDS mission and went to Bolivia.
That's so cool. My
Yeah,
husband went
it was very
to
fun.
Paraguay.
Oh, awesome. My mom
Yes.
went to Uruguay. It's just like right next to it.
That's so cool. That's actually where
That's really cool.
Uruguay is where my nephew went on his LDS mission.
Sweet.
Yeah. He just got back like a few months ago. So that was kind of fun. Well, awesome. Okay.
I'm actually driving in the car right now, so I'm not going to be able to stay on very long. I have some things that I have to do, but I'll
Oh, no.
definitely go
That's
back
totally
and,
fine.
watch the replay of the video and listen to it all. But just want to let you know I might have to cut out a little early.
Oh, no. It's totally fine. Okay. Well, I guess we can just open it up to questions. I know Ashley and Mallory, you guys are newer coaches. So if you guys have coach-related questions, you can ask those. If you have like recipe, meal plan, any kinds of related questions, guys, then you're welcome to ask those. Just unmute yourself and fire away. Like raise your hand first so we don't all talk at the same time.
Let's see.
Let's see. I'll go first. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was waiting. Sorry.
I thought maybe you're going to start, so I say quiet. So the New Coach University, can I do it again?
Yeah, you can totally do it again.
That whole, like, that first couple weeks that it started, we had that, like, big event for, like, my bow shop, and work was crazy, and I got so far behind. I just need to start over.
Oh, it's totally fine. I will make a note. We have, we're filling it to start for next week.
Okay, good.
So I will make a note to make sure to put you in. Just need to like email myself or something to remind me. Because yeah, it is starting again on Monday, and you can, it's literally going to be the exact same thing that you started.
Okay.
So totally not a big deal. And then, as you're going through that, I know like when life is crazy, it gets hard to show up in the group there, but don't focus really as much on, I mean, like the free group is going to end, that we have this week. So finishing up that free group, and just kind of staying on top of the girl that you have in there and just making sure to be there for her and answer any of her questions. But then next week, then don't bother too much with the June challenge group that I have. Like, just stay in the New Coach University for those 2 weeks so that you can be present there. Because I know it can be overwhelming to like spread yourself in 3 groups and feel like, holy gosh, what am I posting in?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That would be awesome.
Okay. Mallory, did you want me to add you into that New Coach University starting on Monday?
I was just going to ask, yeah.
It's all official sounding, New Coach University.
Right.
Is there a time that starts? I'm just curious, or does it?
So what it is that you have digital trainings, and the digital trainings are the ones that you're going to access through the Inspiration site that you have. That one that I tagged you in, that's where all the trainings are going to be. So the New Coach University is basically just going to be the place on the Challenge Tracker app. It's going to be titled New Coach University, and it's where you show up. So it'll say like Coach University, and it's just a challenge group, but it's specifically just with new coaches. And so you're going to be working on your fitness journey, but you're also going to be like, you'll have a daily check-in for, of course, it's not going to show me nope, it's not going to let me look at it. You'll have a daily check-in and like something in the morning that'll basically have this is your to-do for today. And it just kind of breaks down some of the daily things that you should do or how you could structure your week as a coach to work the business in a way that's not overwhelming.
Okay, perfect.
So the point of it is mostly just to give you a 2 weeks really structured support system. And then from there, you're going to continue working on the training, but you're just going to work more closely like one-on-one and just with the team with me instead of with this entire big group of new coaches.
Okay.
So that's kind of why it's there. We started doing it in March, I think, mid-March. And so far it's been really good for everyone who's been able to go through it just because it gives everybody a really good solid foundation.
Perfect. All right, great.
Lacey, you mentioned not liking the repetitious kinds of workouts. So as far as that goes, like you mentioned liking dance. So if you wanted to try something after you finish 21 Day Fix, then what's it called? Country Heat is awesome. That one's just like a dance cardio.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Size. So Size is going to be more like modern dance. It's done by Shaun T, who's the Insanity trainer. And it's a little bit more like you actually learn a dance routine versus Country Heat is like line dancing where you do one move and you do it for 8 counts, and you do another move and you do it for 8 counts, and then you do the 2 moves together for a total of 4 counts each, and you do it 4 times, I think. So you never really like Country Heat. You don't ever build a routine. Size, you build a routine throughout the entire workout, and at the end, you spend the last 2 to 3 minutes actually doing the routine.
Yeah.
There's another one
tried
too.
One of the Size videos, and I really liked it. I thought
Yeah. Size is awesome, and it uses the Portion Fix containers. And so pretty much any of the fitness programs that you could find on Beachbody On Demand, you're going to be able to use them with the Portion Fix containers. So they're going to, like, the meal plan is essentially the same. The calorie deficit just might be a little different depending on the workouts. Usually though, you're going to end up in the same calorie tier. Just kind of because they're not going to differ that much unless it was like a workout that was an hour long versus about 30 minutes. And most of them are not going to be close to that. So if you do decide that you want to switch to Size, I don't think it would mess anything up. But if you like want to, finish where you're at, then that's also a good thing too, because the programs are made to be done from start to finish. But like if you're going insane and dreading working out, then I want you to switch it up.
Okay.
Because the whole point of starting it out is you want to start, and you want to be able to do something that keeps you motivated to keep showing up. Like, I loved the 21 Day Fix, and so I was motivated to show up every day. I hated the cardio though, so sometimes I would skip the cardio and just ride my bike, but that was just what I did sometimes. Yeah. So maybe you could even sub in Size, like do the Size on the cardio day on Fridays instead of doing the cardio fix, I think is what it normally is.
Ready?
Because then you'll still get a cardio workout, but it would just give you something a little fun to mix it up.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. So I wanted to actually go, just because I know sometimes it can be a little confusing. I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to show you guys the Beachbody On Demand and just some of the aspects of it, of how you can like download things, because sometimes that can be a little bit confusing. And it's good to know too, like as a coach, just so that you can direct people that you have to help. So let me share that with you guys really quick. So we're going to go over to Beachbody, Team Beachbody. Okay. Okay, so going in here, Beachbody On Demand, and it looks different when you use it on like your, say you did it on a Roku or Apple TV or something like that. You're not going to be able to see the same things on there as you will on the app for your phone if you have an iPhone or an iPad. And the app for like the Roku and things, the app doesn't, or sorry, the computer and the app for the iPhone show more features than just the app for like Roku or Google Chromecast. Like, did I remember my password? Apparently not. Oh no, my email's wrong. That's why. I swear, I don't know why I made this email address. It's like the dumbest email address ever, but it's not as bad as it was before. My first email address was dragonrider312@gmail.com because I was obsessed with dragons and fantasy world stuff. Okay, so Beachbody On Demand. So you can look through the workout programs this way, and you can look through and you can actually check off, okay, I only want beginner kinds of workouts. And then it'll only show you the beginner workouts sorted through here. It's also, though, going to show you beginner and intermediate ones. So it kind of will mix some of the stuff up together. Is it going to let it go? There we go. Okay. So this is Country Heat. And I don't know if you can actually see this, Lacey, but Country Heat is one of the programs that's a dance one. Turbo Kick and Turbo Fire, those ones are also more dance cardio related. Chalene Johnson is hilarious. So if you don't like autumn, then Chalene is your friend. I thought Chalene was weird at first, but I was going from thinking PiYo wasn't actually a workout, and it really is. Oh, okay. So this is awesome. I don't know if you guys have checked out the cooking show, but the Fixate cooking show you get a new recipe every week. And they give you awesome stuff. So this last week, there's a cheeseburger with an eggplant bun. I'm always afraid to try eggplant, but this actually sounds good. And if it's like anything else that's squash, then eggplant is probably tasteless. So I'm not too worried. But they've got new this week is all right here. There's these different meatballs, chocolate cookies, and then they have some different cooking skills. They've got a 5-day meal prep, an actual video, kind of like I've done about meal prep, only this is the pros who are way better at it than I am. And then they list everything out: breakfast, entrees, this lemon Dijon salad dressing is really good. Just FYI. Macaroni and cheese with broccoli and chicken. You can separate that out if your kids don't like to eat them all mixed together, but that's a good kid-friendly family meal. My kids love macaroni and cheese, and so there's an easy way to make it, and it gives you the recipe for how to make it homemade. There's a ton of Fixate recipes on here now. It's crazy. I think they add more than one a week because they've only had this for a few months. But they've got some desserts, Shakeology recipe ideas, peanut butter chocolate balls that I can't have right now. Well, maybe I could. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. As I open another window, just to look through stuff. So the Beachbody On Demand blog is awesome too, because the Beachbody On Demand blog has more recipes than just the Fixate recipes. From the actual recipe show, it's got tons of stuff. This is where whoa, what did I just do? I didn't want to do that. Okay. This is where a lot of the recipes, Ashley, that we pulled for the free group, this is where we got a lot of those recipes. These look so good. This is a problem, guys. This is a problem. I shouldn't look at these.
No, chocolate. Seriously.
I know, but it's the chocolate that I can't have right now because I'm not doing added sugar. I have kind of slightly cheated. I've had a few Cheerios that have the lightly sweetened multigrain Cheerios, but that's about it. Like, and then my almonds, like the yummy almonds that I've been making, they have a little bit of honey, but there's so much like nut content that the honey is spread out so thinly that I can't really justify counting it. And plus, I'm surviving on them. But the Fixate recipes are awesome, and she walks you through how to make all of them. She and her brother are the chef that actually created all the recipes. So they show you everything. I was just going to go to a specific workout program and just show you some of the different features of it. Oh, UV2. Sorry, Lacey, I'm jumping around. UV2 is another dance program that will be super fun. It's kind of more Zumba style. Okay, we're going to look at trainers. I'm just going to hit Chalene Johnson for trainers. Going to let me do it? Okay. Come on. My computer doesn't like me today. There we go. Maybe? Oh, I still have fitness levels selected. That's why. So they actually changed how this was set up, and I'm not so sure I love it. It's fine, but okay. So I'm going to go into PiYo and just click on PiYo because I know Mallory's kind of been exploring PiYo. So when you look at it on the computer, it's going to show you the workout list, and then it's going to have the program materials. So these are the things that if you were to order the DVDs, you would get all of these in little booklet form. So the eating plan for PiYo, there's a PDF, and you can click on the PDF, and it will open the PDF over this way, and it has all of the exact content that would be in the, whatever you call it, the PiYo book that comes in it. So like that book that you guys got in your package, that one's a general meal guide. This one is specifically one that Chalene Johnson created for PiYo. It's the same kind of a thing, but the PiYo came out before Portion Fix existed. And so PiYo's eating plan is a little bit different. But right here, this is the page that you want to look for on any of the eating guides. You want to just make sure that you're getting the calorie burn and the calorie deficit correct in your calculation to make sure you're in the right calorie tier. Once you have that, then that number you can take and put it into your meal plan for the Portion Fix that uses the containers. You would just check which one of those that you want. You can also follow hers. Hers are they're super similar. They're going to have the same kind of thing where you have the calorie tiers. She's just telling you should have 5 servings of vegetables, 2 servings of secondary vegetables. And so she just labels them a little differently. And so you see like her secondary vegetables include things that we would call carbs on the Portion Fix. So like rice, beans, peas, lentils. Those are things that count as a yellow container in the Portion Fix. But in the PiYo program, they're called a secondary vegetable or grain. And she tells you exactly how much you should have of them. It's about the same as if you were to measure it in a yellow container. So it's just understanding how you can draw the connections between them. She also is going to have specific recipes. Oh, maybe they're not in here. Oh, she gives you some examples of like a meal for the day. Let's see, where else is the PiYo stuff? Nope, not that. This one. Okay, she's got a food tracker, workout calendar. Okay, so honestly, the PiYo one is kind of lame. That's okay. But most of the newer ones are going to have like a meal guide that actually has recipes in it. I'm trying to think what the one is called that has. All right, turn that off. All right, loading. Okay, I was going to pull up Quarter Force because I know Quarter Force has a good meal guide and they actually have some recipes in there and things. But this is where you can kind of find some of the secret things, the recipes that are hidden. Have it in other languages in case you want to speak French or read French. We actually have a lot of Beachbody coaches in Canada now, so that's why there's French. Okay, so you see how this one is 64 pages? It just popped up and then it went away. This one has a ton of content on it. So this is one that if you were going to scroll down through the bottom of it, it's going to have recipes way, 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 way down here, probably at about this spot. Maybe it will load eventually. But having having access to these kinds of things, I'm like trying to just get to where there's some recipes. This is going to help a lot. And yeah, right here, they're going to give you like some actual full-on recipes of like, what would you do to make this food? And what would you do to make this food? It just doesn't want to load today. Look, it's loading our recipes. And it tells you in these ones, now that like the ones that use the portion fix, it tells you how many containers the whole recipe counts for. Like one serving of the recipe. Which is nice because sometimes it's kind of crazy how much food you actually get to eat. Okay, so I'm going to stop the share. So that's kind of just in general Beachbody On Demand, but there's so much on there, which is why it's super valuable for not just for us as coaches, but for whoever's using it, is because like you can't get that. You don't get nutrition guides from a professional trainer, like a personal trainer at the gym. They will tell you in general, like, this is what you should eat, but you don't get tons of recipes. Not usually. You don't get the accountability of the groups. You don't get a personal training session every single day. You might get one once a week, but once a week, they're usually like 100 plus just for one session. And Beachbody On Demand is $8.25 a month. That's it. And you get everything. So it's such a big value. Oh, I love it. I can't believe they didn't have this when I was a coach. Like, well, when I was a baby coach, like a new coach. Because it would have like made my life so much easier. I have tons of DVDs. Like, I don't know what to do with them anymore. Maybe I'll just start giving them away because I'm never going to not use Beachbody On Demand. Right. Hopefully they never get rid of it, right? I doubt it. I was going to ask something else. I can't remember what I was thinking about. That's okay. Now that I've rambled on about Beachbody On Demand, this meeting might tell us it's going to end in about 15 minutes, just FYI. It'll give us like a 10-minute notification. But do you guys have any other questions, like specifically about like what to post, how to post, who to talk to, like those kinds of things?
When we're doing the coaching, is that what you're saying? When do I start that, like for my sister and I have a few other people that kind of want to try and get into what we're doing, like not being a coach, but start like out with the 21 Day Fix. How do I put that out on like Facebook? I don't know how to word it a certain way, or like there's not really like a right or a wrong way to do it. Okay. Nobody is going to sit there and go, oh my gosh, Mallory posted this the wrong way. The only thing that I would say is the wrong way to do it is don't take a picture of the 21 Day Fix and post that picture and say, look, I'm a Beachbody coach. Come and do this with me. You want to be you because you're branding yourself as a coach. And so when you're posting the kinds of things that you do post for, maybe you're going to share it could be a transformation photo. And at the end of the transformation photo, you would do something that we call a call to action. That call to action is just a short little phrase at the end that says, if you're where I was before I started my journey, or, before I started doing this and you'd like to get started, then comment below, I'm in, and I'll send you a message. Or like this post and I'll send you a message. Just something that gives them something simple to do to let you know, like, hey, I'm kind of interested in this. After that, then you have a reason to message them. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's
because honestly, like that was why I reached out to you, because you reached out or you liked or commented on a photo on Instagram, and I just sent you a message. And like, I'm not trying to make this sound impersonal at all because it wasn't meant to be that way, but I sent that same exact message to everyone who liked that post, minus maybe changing their name. I might have added in a little personal note at the beginning or the end. But for the most part, I just sent it out. It was kind of like I'm sending out all these feelers. Who really was interested?
Right.
Like, because if they just like the post, I'm still going to message them. If they comment and they say, hey, I'm in, like Lacey commented on my post and she was like, I want to do this. So I knew she wanted to do it because she told me. So messaging her didn't, it's not weird to message someone when they connect with you in some way. So, but like posting about something, like I would suggest it could be either like Fridays are a good time to do it and Mondays are good times. As far as like doing a post about saying like, hey, I'm doing this. Are you interested in learning more about what I'm doing? Or if you are, let me know because I want to help you, or, something like that. But like Ashley, your first post, I think it was just a workout selfie, if I'm remembering correctly.
I think it was.
Yeah, just a simple workout selfie. She talked a little bit about the things that she liked about like the fitness program she was doing. And then at the end, she just put a little tag, like, if you want to do this too, then let me know because I want to, like, that's what I'm here for now.
Okay, perfect.
So, I mean, anything along those lines. And I'm trying to remember, I don't remember if it was Ashley or Anna, but one of the coaches recently, she sent me her post and asked me to look it over first. So if you want me to do that, then I'm happy to do that.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be long. Honestly, if you can read through it in a couple seconds, like just glance through it and get the general idea within like one scroll, then that's going to be the best kind of a post. I am long-winded and I'm trying to work on that. It's a weakness. But most people on social media, they look at the picture, so they want an eye-catching picture, which is why transformations can be really eye-catching. Or just like a cute picture of you with your kids after working out, something that your audience would identify with, because the people that you speak to are going to be people that are like you. Other people, the people that you like won't attract, they're just going to scroll past your pictures because they scroll past your pictures already. Like, if that makes sense. And that's fine. Like, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means they're not your ideal person. They're not the kind of person you'd want to work with anyway, because you'd probably be like dragging them with you. Like, come on. So, but yeah, that first post, you're going to have lots and lots and lots of like posts where you get to share about your story. And so the first one is the first one, and that's okay. It'll like, you'll see your story evolve the more that you learn. Like in the coach training next week, you'll learn about, like how to share your story and some different like ways to break it down for you so that you can see different pieces of where you were before to where you are now, and have like, we talk about it as like breadcrumbing. And so you'll have like just little training, like it's about a 15 to 20 minute training on how to kind of share little tiny pieces, little breadcrumbs of why you became a coach, or where you were coming from and where you are now, so that it's not overwhelming. Because if all we did was always share like, oh my gosh, 5 years ago I was way back over here, and then in this year I did this, and then like if we just dragged the whole story out every single time we talked about it, nobody would read it and nobody would want to listen. But if you share little tidbits and you talk about like little things, like you've already shared some things that have been really good posts. Like I know one that's really good is like talking about like how your pants fit differently, and how it's only been this amount of time, but you can already tell the difference in the way that clothes fit. Talking about, being excited to get up in the morning because you want to do your workout, or, whatever time of the day you do your workout. Showing up like feeling like you're maybe a more patient mom. I know I'm not perfect, but I know I am a lot more patient when I do my workout every day. So just talking about little things like that. Wearing the swimsuit, the 2-piece bathing suit for the first time, you could totally share that like once a month and everybody would love it. Because that's huge. So many moms don't feel like they could ever wear a bathing suit that's a 2-piece ever again. Because they kind of have gotten to this place that they've accepted that's never going to happen for them again. And for me, I feel like that's sad. I don't want anyone to feel like they can't, I don't think anyone should feel like they can't be confident in the way that they look, like not whether they lose weight or not. Like I feel like just because you're a mom doesn't mean you should feel like you can't be hot in whatever terms hot means for you. So yeah, I could go on and on about that forever, because that was my biggest struggle, is that I spent the entire first year of my baby's life like feeling like I was going to just hang on to this last 10 pounds of baby weight. It was probably just going to stay there for the rest of my life, because that's what happened to my mom. And then she just kept 10 pounds. Every time she had a baby, she kept another 10 pounds. And I like had that mindset for the longest time. And it wasn't until he was about a year old and I was like, wait, I don't want to live like that. That doesn't make any sense. But just sharing, the changes that are happening, the little things. kind of talking about it like it's a journal is another way to think about it. And like Ashley had a really good post. What did you go do? You tried on clothes. You went and you tried on clothes and you shared about like, oh my gosh, I'm like a whole new different size now.
Yeah.
And those are the things that make it, that's what people want to have happen, you know, on a health journey of any kind. They want to feel like there's changes happening, but a lot of times they don't see the changes happening themselves. They need us to like show them, hey, this is a change that merits being celebrated too, because your your size may have changed, but maybe you only lost 3 pounds. Like maybe you just lost tons of inches right away instead of losing 10 pounds like most people would want to lose. And so it's a lot more motivating to understand the change and to see the journey happening than it is to just see, I was here, now I'm here, come do it with me. That's why sharing the little bits and pieces is so important. Anyway, well, we have about a minute and a half-ish left. I'm going to add you guys to the email list, and I think you're going to be getting an invite to the app tomorrow or Saturday. So just kind of watch for that. When you open up the app, it'll say like, Micah Folsom invited you to New Coach University. So just make sure you accept that. And then from there on, I'll be in there with you. And so just show up in that group. And don't worry about the other group because it will get really confusing if you're like turn off your notifications for the June group if you need to so that it's not distracting. And if you're not sure how to do that, let me know because I'm not sure I know how to do that. I'm like, oh, wait, there's a way, but I just don't know how. I just would need to look it up.
Okay.
So this is sort of related. And you guys totally, like, if you want to do it, great. If you don't want to do it, it's okay. But I was going to put in the group message thread tonight, I was going to ask everybody to send me a Flex Friday pic. So just like, hey, look, I have muscles. And just send that pic to me and I'll make it a collage. And then we can all share the picture tomorrow and just be like, this is our team and our group. So if you want to do that, then send that to me. But otherwise, I'm going to stop the recording.